Hey, what is up, you guys? DJMama here, and I'll stop this the camera needs to stop shaking. Sorry. Alright. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's DJMama here, and we are here with a new deck profile. We're trying to gacha with some rocks. We are playing... Here's a... still testing, by the way. We're still testing this list. It is Adamancipator. That's right. We're gonna gacha with some rocks, and it's time to gamble away and hope we excavate the right 5. Alright. We'll just get right to it here, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this profile. So let us get straight into it today. Alright. Put these right here for now. There's a lot of cards we have to go through because we are playing rocks and rocks. Want to see more rocks and rocks and rocks and rocks. So, of course, we are starting with the fantastic thirst start of 3 Analyzer, the level 4 tuner, the boy who summons Dragite, or he's on Dragite. You know how they always do. They always excavate 5 and put the rest in the top, and they special summon a specific type, like a rock tuner or a level 4 or lower non-tuner rock. Anyway, moving on, we have 3 Researcher. Gotta play 3 and 3. And more 3s, of course, we play 3 Seeker. You know, the Adamancipators. We are playing 2 Dragite Crystal. You know, just a crystal. We are also playing a singular Raptite Crystal. And then we have ourselves 3 Signs. You know, just like the Foolish and I think Reborn of the deck. Let me just make sure. Target around monster graveyard, special summon, yeah, just a monster reborn. If it's if you summoned an Adamancipator by this effect, you can take 1 level 4 lower rock monster from your deck, place it to the top. Crazy. You know, 3 signs, very good. Alright, we're moving on to the honorary, like, good rock support, you know, who have helped Koa'ki be, or not helped Adamancipator be the threat that it is to this day. Of course, supporting rocks, we have the 3 Guardian, the 1 Supplier. Supplier is still like an $11 card. $11 Ultra, but makes sense. Very good card in this deck. A Sandman who can negate traps, and Overlord. Koa'ki Overload. If you haven't seen that one, this one is it negates a summon, which is, it tributes to negate a summon, which is very nice in this deck, which I love to see. We'll save those for later. We'll help with some other rocks real quick. Yeah, those were fun. We'll go, of course, with 2 Doki Doki. I do have 3, but I think it's a little bit better to play 2 Doki Doki at this juncture. he is like a really good normal summon, and he is very good milling off the Adamancipators. Next we have 2 Tackle Crusader. If you haven't read this card, this card sent to the graveyard. You can activate one of these effects. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to Book of Moon it, or you can target a face-up spell trap and return it to the hand. That turn, your opponent control cannot activate cards with the same name as the card returned to this hand by effect. So it's a pretty good one. It Book of Moons, or it I don't know what spell trap remover bounces it back, but it bounces back a spell trap. Next, of course, we have Revival Golem. He just revives himself. Only 1 printing, by the way. Return. While this card is sent to the graveyard from deck to grave. Yeah, from deck to grave, you have the Foolish it. Special summon this card from the graveyard. Add this card from the graveyard to your hand. So that's done. And then we have Sentry Soldier of Stone. He's a free body. If all I control are rock monsters, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. So, yeah. He summons themselves, and this is supposed to be Gigantes. So, just remember that is Gigantes. So, Hasn't come in yet. We're still waiting. But we basically have most of the whole deck. Next up are other rocks that we can play. These are going to be weird ones. So we have Alpha, the Magnet Warrior, and this is going to be the Statue of Easter Island. This is a level 4 rock earth with like 1400 attack. It's going to be our unexpected die targets, which we are playing 3 copies of unexpected die and only 2 normals, which is fine. You definitely don't want to see either one of the normals in your opening hand, but you definitely want to see more die, because these special summon themselves if you have a rock. Moving on, some decent starters or extension pieces of extension. Let's put up, of course, 3 Parallel Exceed to make, you know, the boy Gallant Granite down the line. Then we have a Plague Spreader Zombie and a Madolche Putingcessor. You know, free special. You'll love to see it. Next, still in the main deck, by the way, we still have to remain hand traps, but we're trying to lower our amount of hand traps because we want to see more rocks than hand traps. So 3 Ash, and then the hand trap that helps us play the game, 3 Nibiru, and that will round out the monster lineup. Let me try to scoot these in. So there's that 3 Nib. You know, you can summon Nib off the Adamancipators if you hit it right, but free body, and he's potential OTK parts. We're also playing in the last few cards Ready Fusion. Mystical Sand got a reprint, so we're gonna abuse 1 Ready Fusion. You should be playing more, but adding more spells can be kind of tough when you just want to mill rocks. We're playing, of course, Called By. Put it here for anything. We should, if I had Crossout, I'd be creating Crossout in this list, but I do not have Crossouts at the moment. And we're playing a Spicy Tech Pot of Avarice. So since you're milling and you're just like comboing off, not milling, you're excavating and you're comboing off, and you're not really relying on your normal summon, opening a Pot of Avarice can become really good, but you need to send back the right targets. Try not to send back your elementals, like your crystals and your crystals and just your crystals, because everything else is usually earth, besides of course the wind Parallel Exceed. You don't really play anything that says fire and the light Nibiru. You want to send out like everything else that probably aren't the crystals or the Parallel Exceeds, unless you really need them. Anyway, and that is the main deck. So yeah, we have the kind of 7 hand traps, really, some decent extension. We're playing some interesting normal monster tech to extend, and we're just playing pretty cope list with all this nice stuff, so we'll just collect it all for you. And then we'll go into the extra deck next, which is, you know, it's an Adamancipator extra deck, so it's gonna be a little tight, but we're still testing this out. This list could change, but this is just like general basis of what I think you could be running mostly in the deck. So the main deck isn't that done because we're missing some 2 cards, but they should be coming in pretty quickly. Anyway, let's start with our Ready Fusion target, Mystical Sand. Thank you, Ghost from the Past reprints. Got an Ultra Mystical Sand for less than $1. I think it's going for like maybe $1. Next up, we play Daigusto Emerald. He's kind of like Avarice in the extra deck. You know, still limited to this day because you can target 3 monsters. To target 3 monsters, shuffle all 3 to the deck and draw a card, or you can target 1 non-effect monster and special summon it. You know, some decent weird extension you can do with Daigusto Emerald. And of course, the real target, Gallant Granite. Still good to this day. You know, searching a rock, any rock you want to your hand, just add it. Crazy. Formula Synchron. It's hard to make, but with another card in the deck, it's pretty easy to come out. Heraldry Arclight. You can make this, I think. Either I forgot how you make this. I forgot how you make it in the deck, but it's just decent to include. You know, an Omni Negate you could just make for free. Crazy. We play Nat Beast with Sentry Soldier of Stone, and I think Researcher. This is a very easy card to just make and just frustrate your opponent. Raptite. Yep, gotta play the girl. She's still here. She's still doing what she needs to do. And then we have Dragite. Mill 5 or Excavate 5. We're not milling. We're not tier limits. So that's that. We're still in Synchros. We have a Boarload Savage. This is one of my match keys. He's fun. He's gonna serve a new purpose now. He's gonna be in a slightly better deck. You know, very good. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Oh, yeah. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Monster Negate the boy. Baronne de Fleur. So Baronne's very good. You know, $100+ card. You kind of need it. Big Negati boy. You love to see it. All right. Crystron Haka Fibrax. This is what you use to bring out formula, and then you can make something on their turn. You can't make Nat Beasts. You can probably make this, probably just to make Baronne on their turn. Probably just the best you got. IP Masquerena. You know, the cards are still good in this deck. You love to see it. And then we have Nightmare Unicorn and Apollosa as the last spots in the extra deck. I could cut the Arclight. The Formula Synchro is probably there to stay. Nappy's can be sided out, but this is the main deck I'm pretty okay with. We're still testing the deck, obviously, but that is the extra. And then we will move on to the side. Yep. A nice mat to just collect your cards with. Alright. Gonna end this one pretty soon. Cool. Yeah. Okay. We'll get this started. So, inside deck, we start with Den Wrestle-Prankatops to out the annoying floodgates that are probably going to be in your way because they do tend to do that. They just tend to floodgate you. So floodgates do work really well this versus deck, and you have to do it. This is my cross out for somewhat. No, it's not even cross out. Triple Attack, just to play through more disruption. It's a very good card. I'm so happy I got this. I want more of them. Though, because they're like pretty much in all my other decks. Twin Twister to deal with back row. Here's a weird one. If we're getting called by it or DD crowed a lot, we have Imperial Iron Wall. It's a floodgate that says neither player can banish cards. It's a weird tech. It's not really that great, I'll be honest with you, but it's something I can put in this extra deck that probably pays off pretty well. Next, we're going to Infinite Impermanence. 3 of these. Even in a structure deck, I think this is still a $10 card on the market right now. And then we have also Red Reboot. Next up, we have extra deck monsters in the side. So we start with Satellite Warrior to OTK. So Baronne's big, but Satellite Warrior can get pretty sizable. Next we have Abyss Dweller. The graveyard dependent decks still quake to this card. It's still very crazy. Next we have Nightmare Phoenix as an extra IP target. Just as we don't like back row.